And I want to thank Greg for inviting me to this exciting meeting. And I want to share you with something very, very exciting beyond your expectation. I am an anesthesiologist trained at the USC School of Medicine. And before then, I decided to specialize in anesthesia because I do not like to use drugs. I found a drug, toxic material, and they never cure any problem because they just suppress the symptom, and the treatment is forever. And then you do long-term drug use, you harm the body a lot more than you help. Now, prior to going to USC School of Medicine, I was a Caltech physics major. And as physics and math became complex, I found a bigger disconnect with humanity. I want to help people, and I cannot go in the astral space and find any more truth. So then later on, I went to study genetic with Dr. Lewis, who was very famous at that time, and a couple decades later, he got the Nobel Prize in medicine. But unfortunately, from my study, I found that genes don't help. So, but I did not tell him that he was so smart and so knowledgeable. Anyway, after my training in USC, I started combining nerve blocks with acupuncture, and I'll explain exactly. The mechanism is so simple, so easy to understand. Greg presented a very fantastic scientific explanation that you guys do not have to really understand all the intricate stuff, okay? And I'll tell you all traffic jam and circulation. What is this qi that they were talking about? Because the whole thing about Chinese medicine had to do with qi. So I started doing qigong, learning qigong. I felt no qi in the beginning, but after a while, I feel the qi in the meridians, okay? And then I also learned how to emit my qi, and I could effect movement behind somebody's back, tiny movement if they relax the body. I was so excited because, I mean, I thought the Chinese could be like all the Western medicine, postulate this and thinking about all these different things that are not, but this is reality. I found out that qi is magnetic. So remember this, okay? And the physical world is electric. The spiritual world, which is, now we are living in two worlds, okay? And Einstein's equation said that below the speed of light is the physical world and is material. And the infinite world is our spirit. But our spirit is the healing part with qi. Qi is another word for life. It's non-physical energy. Our spirit is magnetic. And when you go to the mind, eventually Einstein's equation said when the speed is high enough, you obliterate time. So you'll find out that when you use all the IMRS devices, you find out time slow down. I'll tell you, and later on I'll tell you the experience. So the very first time I used, my patient keep asking me to go, that was quite a few years ago, to try this IMRS, the old model. Anyway, I fell asleep within a minute. It never happened to me because I had to be in a hotel to sleep. I never able to sleep in an airplane. So I fell asleep within a minute. And then about 15, 16 minutes later, I kind of woke up. I thought I was there for 8 hours. I'm not kidding. And I thought, gee, they all forgot about me. I thought it was 8 o'clock at night. So I say, gee, but I want to cheat a little bit because it felt so good because the sleep was so deep. So I closed my eyes, and another 7 to 10 minutes later, I said, I better get out before they lock me in, okay? So I opened my eyes. I still have 7 minutes left on half an hour. Incredible experience, okay? All right, so what the IMRS does is that remember the physical world, electrical, okay? So they found out different electrical waves, square waves, sawtooth waves, what is good for sleep, what's good for pain, and so forth. They fit in a metal coil, okay? Faraday's law says that this will generate magnetic wave. So it's like a chi effect. So it slow down time. It's good for anti-aging. And I'm not kidding. Okay. Okay. Now, stress. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I have been very stressed out from treating cancer patients because they rocked my life. Okay. So I became dyslexic for like a few years. I could not write. I was forgetful. And the last few months, okay, because of my mother's passing and a lot of stress at home, my heart rate decreased to 33. And that was from 70. So half of my heart do not work. And that was very, very scary. And I'll show you how I fix it with the new IMRS far infrared heat. And I'm so excited about it. You know, I try, actually, it was very scary. So I used I call it NBE method, using nerve block on the acupuncture point, because that opened up the chi going into the body much, much faster. And my heart rate came back up to 50 to 60. And that is a little more comfortable, okay? So anyway, but I was very, very tired. And I need to use the Omnium, the old IMRS in my office frequently, sometimes between patients. But the IMRS far infrared is totally different. It's life-changing for me. Okay, so 3 Fridays ago, we got the far infrared IMRS. And Terry came to me the next on Saturday. Okay, at that time, my ankle was very swollen and have a little deep crack, just a tiny crack on the skin, but it's very, very painful. I kind of tiptoe on it for like almost 2 weeks. So, so Terry told me to try the Zolvigia scale 9, but putting the spot on my ankle. And I didn't really expect much, not like what Terry said that she had this back pain or something like that. And the far infrared IMRS get rid of it right away. But to my surprise, okay, by the time I finished maybe 15, 20 minutes, I felt a little better. I was able to carefully walk on it a little bit. So I was so appreciative. I took Terry out for dinner. By the time we drove to the restaurant and I got down, I was able to walk on it. Painful, but not like before. Okay, so and then I walked for it like, I don't know how long, 5, 10 minutes. I found that I was walking on it and I hardly feel the pain. I was so excited. I could hardly wait to come back at home to try it. And for the last 2 weeks, I tried it all night long. I know Greg said that you're supposed to break it up 20 minutes, 20 minutes. I want to find out if I do it for 1 hour. Well, I did, because I finally, what I like the most is the far infrared heat. Okay, I turned on the mat for 1 hour and I fell asleep. I could not turn it off for 20 minutes. So I fell asleep. Now, because I drank some water before, so I had to get up maybe 2, 3 times the night. Anytime I get up to the restroom, I turn it on again. And then I fell asleep. Very easy to fall asleep. I had trouble falling asleep all my life because it's like the kidney and the heart, okay? When you think too much, you have heart fire, okay? And when the kidney is weak, when you grow old, your kidney become weak. The vibration is not the kidney organ, okay? We're talking about the spiritual, the living system of the heart, which is heart chi and the kidney chi. If you don't have enough kidney chi to calm down the heart fire, you have insomnia. That's one of the most common cause. The cause, okay, is always in the spiritual side of insomnia. Now I have absolutely no insomnia. In fact, Terry bring the IMRS far infrared to my office a couple of times. Every time I'm hungry to try it. And one time I was lying on it, I fell asleep. And they were talking. I heard they were talking, but I was not aware that I was awake. Okay, they told me I was snoring, but I did not hear myself snoring. Okay, but anyway, so anyway, now let me tell you some of the objective findings. I have this angle. Okay, I'm going to give you. I think Terry is going to give. She's going to give you the link. It's called the Health, Happiness, and Success. You want to get the right kind of chi, you can do it. You can get the universe righteous chi to help you out to, as you wish, you can get your wish and make it into reality. But anyway, my ankle was so swollen. I'm going to show you a picture, and it was black and had a little crack, and I'm going to put the picture on it. And I tried, and my improvement now, I don't have any problem. The ankle is much smaller. I have this problem on and off for like 15 years, and this year I'm going to cure it. So what's my improvement? Sleep much better, memory better, energy better. Now before, when I use Omnium, I use the old IMRS, I was able to get my mind clear and work again. So I do the treatment in between patients. Now I don't have to do, like, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I have 13 patients. I always, in the past, always forget to put the timer. So my office girl will say, timer. So I come back and put the timer. Now, yesterday, 13 patients, no mistake. And I did not feel any tiredness. And even after I came home, I did not feel tiredness. And I was able to write. I couldn't write before. I was dyslexic and forgetful. Okay. Now, so every night I'm looking forward to sleep and kind of play around with this far infrared heat IMRS. Okay. So anyway, I fell asleep very easily every time. And let's say, oh, it really slow down time. Okay, it's good for anti-aging. Now, let me explain to you how, give some, one more thing, which is an objective finding. My little puppy, Teddy, okay, he has chronic ear infection. Now, that's before I know about the Omnium. So after I got the Omnium, I held him and on the mat for like 15 minutes. The red ear become pink, and I got pictures showing that, and he was cured. Okay, now this time, Teddy had a red eye that he could not open with a heavy, thick discharge. So I start using sea salt water, like half a teaspoon on, and mix it with water and spray my eye first. Okay, so I spray his eyes. I know that is not going to, now that's called liver heat. That is not going to cure that. So I held him on the Omnia. I have one Omnia home, and then the next day he's a little better, and he also was hopping on 3 legs. So he must have hit something sharp in his paw or something like this. Okay, but anyway, next day he was a little better, but not enough. Okay, so I put him with me on the far infrared IMRS. He was much better the next day. In fact, he rushed down the stairs in 3 legs. Unbelievable, because I was so afraid that he would fall. But anyway, so now after a week or so, his eyes all clear. No more exudates, no more discharge. So I know it's from the far infrared heat. Okay. Now, how does it work? You put the heat. Oh, the heat and the chi are very good for cancer. The heart, the hardest organ, the heart never have cancer, because the whole thing is circulation. Circulation containing chi. Okay, that chi is the key. A cadaver, you can pump the circulation all you want, it's not gonna awake. Now, that is exactly what's wrong with allopathic medicine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. One thing I want to ask you, Dr. Tong, when you talk about the far infrared with the heat,
And you talk about cancer cells. Hey, the heat. Can you explain a little bit about that quickly?
Yeah, because the heat open up the capillaries. Qi, normally without the far infrared heat, there's a qi that open up the capillary. In a living person, the living person has qi, and that is what open up the capillaries. Okay, so when you get a heart attack, you open the qi, you get collaterals, so you can save the patient by just open up that. So with the far infrared heat, you get double the effect, and you got more qi and more heat and more magnetic power. So I'm telling you, the infrared heat, but the hydrogen peroxide that gives you more oxygen.
And we will definitely have you on as a guest speaker in the future. That was excellent.
Let me tell you, I thank you for letting me sharing this exciting device. This is really a game changer for me.
No, I love it. I love anyone.
I love it too.
The
Yes.
same passion I do, and I've taken notes when you were speaking. I'm very interested in about waves and slowing down time.
Yes, it slows down time because in the spiritual world there was no time. When you travel, vibrate at infinite speed, no matter how far you put 2 points apart, takes no time between these 2 points. So these 2 points are 1 point, and that's exactly the solution for quantum entanglement. When two electrons meet, okay, you can put them at the edge of the universe 2 light years apart. When this turn this way, the other one turn the opposite way and neutralize it because they're in the same location.
Amazing.
I fixed this. Einstein and Hawking not fix it.
Amazing.
I found it out from Asian wisdoms.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you, and we appreciate you sharing, and I cannot wait to hear from you again.
Yeah, thank you very much, Greg and Dr. Yun.
Yes, I was going to say, and Terry, thank you for setting up our special guest from Hong Kong.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
I didn't plan that, Dr. Yun. I just saw him right there. I said, yeah, that's great to hear him.
Excellent.
That's good.
We'll have to get some more updates of how everything is going.